I emailed Michelle, Joe.
What?
I emailed Michelle.
Oh,
To see
good.
if I could get that pronunciation.
Someone pronounce it somewhere.
Dave, White.
Yeah.
For the mathematics.
And it sounded, I mean, who knows if it's right, but it sounded good. So I wonder if he asked someone.
Take that, right?
Love it.
Nice, maybe that's after they're done.
Yeah, so this is where they.
Yeah, Mom, it's restructured on there. It's end of year events. You go to the prize day, click on it, and then brings you right there if you need to. Welcome. I'm glad you could join us this morning as we celebrate the class of 2020. We'll begin today's program with an invocation from Father Kavanaugh.
The Lord be with you and also with you. This is a prayer for young people. God, you see your children growing up in an unsteady and confusing world. Show them that your ways give more life than the ways of the world, and that following you is better than chasing after selfish goals. Help them to take failure not as a measure of their worth, but as a chance for a new start. Give us strength to hold our faith in the things that matter and to keep alive our hope and joy in the creation that you have given us. We ask this through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Good morning, and welcome to our faculty and staff, our seniors, and our families. Today is a day of celebration for the many accomplishments of our upper school community, and I'm so pleased that we were able to honor these accomplishments, though we are not able to be together in person. This is not how we wanted the year to end, but we are so proud of our seniors and how they have risen to the occasion. We cannot wait to honor you tomorrow with the conferring of your diplomas. While the next few days are wonderful celebrations, they are also overlaid with the deep pain in our country, and I hope that today's recognition will inspire us to be the change we need to see in the world. Welcome again to our Prize Day recognition. We are so proud of all of our students, and we miss you deeply. I will now turn it over to Mr. Mallett.
Thank you, Father Kavanaugh. Thank you, Mrs. Adams. Today, we will recognize many members of this community for their hard work and achievement in all realms of school life. We will begin with the dedication of the yearbook. The yearbook, Traditions, will be distributed to seniors tomorrow. Here is Kate Coward and Alice Hurley to make the dedication.
As the son of an Army officer, Dr. Seidel and his 4 siblings grew up all around the world. Yet because of his dad's regular Pentagon tours, about every other 3 years he lived in Northern Virginia, which is how he ended up attending St. Stephen's. After graduating from St. Stephen's in 1978, Dr. Seidel explored many different academic paths, but ultimately decided that the Marines was the best option for him. While in the Marines, he spent 3 years as a Lance Corporal. Following this time serving his country, Dr. Seidel went on to earn his bachelor's degree from Florida State in 1987, where he majored in English and attended ROTC. Immediately after college, he was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Army. After leaving the Army, Dr. Seidel began his postgraduate work by receiving a master's degree in English literature from North Carolina State in 1998. He then went on to attend Northern Illinois University, where in 2011, he achieved the ultimate academic distinction and became a Doctor of Philosophy in English Literature.
Dr. Seidel was then hired to teach English at St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School, where he has spent the last 9 years using his background in transcendentalist literature, molding young minds in the ways of Thoreau and Whitman, as well as other American authors such as F. Scott Fitzgerald and Zora Neale Hurston. Throughout his years here at SSSAS, Dr. Seidel has proven to be an active member of the school community. Always passionate about the world around him, Dr. Seidel personally lives out his beliefs on a daily basis and has consistently supported our school's environmental efforts by encouraging our Green Leadership Club members, raising his hand for stream cleanups, and contributing creative ideas to foster environmental sustainability within our community. He has led global trips to places such as Croatia and Italy and served as a coach for JV tennis and varsity softball. Dr. Seidel has contributed to SSSAS in more ways than one and is seen as an asset to our school community by both his colleagues and his students. It is for these reasons and many more that the 2020 edition of Traditions is dedicated to Dr. Andrew Seidel.
It is a tradition at this time to recognize the St. Stephen's and St. Agnes veterans. The following students entered in junior kindergarten: Catherine Ann Coward, Michael Bennett Donahue, William Griffith Lane, Alexandra Victoria McEnany. Tyson Tilch. Sylvie Reed Wyman. The following students entered St. Stephen's St. Agnes School in kindergarten. It's not in order. Okay. Catherine Powell Avery. Victoria Taylor Carr. Abigail Elizabeth Henshaw. Alice Susanna Hurley. Tyler Lamont Jones. Timothy Fong T. Keefe. Andrew Gabriel Knops. Jessica Lynn Lopez. Claire McKinley Kavanaugh. Alexander Francis Kiramonte. Charles Atherton Colby. Charles Jefferson Shepherdson V. Elizabeth Ann Sturba. Catherine Powell Avery. Liliana Patricia Dowling. Mary Claire Ferguson. Ashley Christine Van Horn. Elizabeth Boyer Phillips. Frederick Peter Gelhoff. Victoria Taylor Carr. Luke Alexander Fisher. Shivani Sham Gifford. Sydney Danielle Cordero. James Reese Cunningham. Latrice Renee Jenkins. Bridget Catherine Hanley. We will now begin with the presentation of awards in our academic courses.
Named in honor of Mr. Leslie Jones, who taught Latin at St. Stephen's School from 1964 to 1981. It is awarded each year to the student in the advanced level who has the highest cumulative grade average for all Latin courses and has exhibited particular interest in and commitment to the language. The prize this year is presented to Jessica Lynn Lopez.
The Michelot Cup is awarded annually to an outstanding French student who has demonstrated superiority in both written and spoken French. The Michelot Cup was originally presented in honor of former St. Agnes French teacher, Mademoiselle Marie-Antoinette Michelot, by the class of 1955. The French student receiving the Michelot Cup for 2020 is Alice Susanna Hurley.
The Spanish teachers at St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School award the Medal of Excellence in Spanish to the senior who has demonstrated superior facility in written and spoken Spanish and has shown a genuine interest in Spanish culture. The recipient for this year is Allegra Lily Abisaid.
The Department of Mathematics selects a student whose knowledge of and commitment to the field of mathematics is outstanding. There is one senior who has demonstrated such excellence. He is James Reese Cunningham.
The Technology Excellence Award honors a student who demonstrates enthusiasm and initiative in using technology in positive, exciting, and ethical ways. For excellence in applied technology, this year we honor Benjamin Carl Silverman.
The Courtney Marshall Cochran Award for Science honors the senior who has demonstrated a love for and ability in science, has been named for Courtney Marshall Cochran, one of the founders of St. Agnes School. It was established and endowed by her 3 daughters, who all attended the school, one of whom was the first graduate to have attended the school for 4 years and go on to a 4-year college in 1928. This year's winner of this Distinguished Science Award is Ashley Sloan West. A founder of St. Stephen's School established the Roy Edward Byrd Award in memory of his father-in-law, Roy Edward Byrd. It recognizes high achievement in the study of science. The Roy Edward Byrd Award this year is presented to Akash Kadeep.
The O'Connor History Prize. The O'Connor History Prize is given in appreciation for the school's strong academic program and for the kind and generous support of the faculty, especially that of Martha Jarvis. The prize was established to honor our best student of history. That student this year is Timothy Fong T. Keith.
This award, named in memory of Dr. Marjorie M. Norris, a longtime member of the faculty and chair of the history department, recognizes the student who has earned the highest average in 4 years of study in the Ages of Humanity program. The award this year is presented to Allegra Sky Abizaid.
The Carrig Writing Prize was established by Captain Walter Carrig in 1938. Captain Carrig was a prolific author who wrote and edited nonfiction, young adult, and adult fiction novels, including several Nancy Drew mysteries, newspaper commentaries, and military histories. Captain Carrig's 2 daughters, Patricia and Keating, graduated from St. Agnes School in 1939 and 1944. The Carrig Writing Prize is given to the student who, in the opinion of the Department of English, has consistently produced the best writing throughout the school year. The Writing Prize is awarded this year to Letitia Jacqueline Margaret Haddad. The Charles James Shell Memorial Prize in English is given in memory of the former chairman of the English department, Charles James Shell. It recognizes the student who has demonstrated a love for the study of literature as well as a mastery of the craft of writing. This year's recipient is Allegra Sky Abizaid.
The Anne G. Lindsay Poetry Prize was established in 1988 by the St. Agnes class of 1972 in memory of their classmate Anne Lindsay. It is awarded annually to the student whose poetry is judged as best in the school. The young poet who is honored this year is Lily Ruth Gordon Hunsaker.
The Montgomery Award for Humanities was established in 1978 in honor of Charlotte Clark Montgomery, a devotee of the humanities and the arts. It is presented to a senior who is a scholar of history and literature and who has also shown genuine appreciation for the arts. The recipient of this award for 2020 is Ashley Sloan West.
The Frank Leopold Arts Prize was established by Mrs. James E. Lamb in memory of her first husband, an accomplished artist who believed in developing young people's interest in and love of the arts. The Frank Leopold Arts Prize is given to an upper school student who has demonstrated a dedication to the pursuit of the arts, and who has unselfishly contributed talent to the school. The student fitting that description this year is Frederick Peter Gelhoff.
The Visual Arts Award is presented to that talented upper school student whose work shows creativity of thought and skill of hand. This year, that description fits a very deserving Ashlyn Sarong Lee.
The Michael Holt Award is named after Michael Holt, who is a 2009 graduate of St. Stephen and St. Agnes School. He was known primarily for his academic and athletic achievement, yet set aside any preconceived notions of his natural abilities and took a creative risk in discovering his artistic talents. The Michael Holt Award goes to an art student who exemplifies a willingness to discover and to develop his or her hidden artistic talents through keen focus, hard work, and perseverance, and in doing so demonstrates humility, leadership, and an unwavering kindness to his or her fellow art students. This year's recipient is Christopher Anthony Milton.
In the study and performance of music and drama, students demonstrate and share their gifts and talents. This year, the students we honor have made outstanding contributions in 3 areas: dramatic art, vocal art, and instrumental art. I present this year's awards to Dramatic Arts, Julianne Quinn Newman. Vocal Arts, Nicholas Warren Grippentrog. And in Instrumental Arts, Isaac Marcus Adu.
The Edward E. Tate Senior Religion Prize. The founder and first headmaster of St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School was Edward E. Tate, a priest in the church. The Edward E. Tate Senior Religious Prize, established in his memory, honors the senior whose work has been distinctive in religious studies. This year, the Edward E. Tate Religion Prize is awarded to Lacey Henderson Bartholomew. The Perkins Cup. The Northfield Group first presented this cup to Emily Perkins in 1955. Chosen by the Department of Religion each year, the recipient of the Perkins Cup is the person who has most clearly put into practice what has been taught in religion classes. The senior chosen this year is Peter Bjorn Davidson.
The Governor's School for the Gifted is designed to provide an intellectually challenging and enriching experience during the summer to rising 11th and 12th graders. The programs are highly selective and are held at colleges in Virginia. While these programs will not be in session this summer, we are thrilled to honor the following students and recognize their talent and hard work. The recipients are, for Humanities, John Stratton Burnett. For Instrumental Music, Adriana Margaret Criswell. For Medicine and Health Sciences, Caroline Grace Butler. For Visual Arts, Ana Maria Giardina. For World Language Academy, Spanish, Alexandra Greer Olson. Congratulations to all of our recipients.
The Helen Arnie McCann Scholarship Award was established by alumni, friends, students, faculty, and board members when Helen Arnie McCann retired as headmistress of St. Agnes School in 1951. The award is presented for use in the senior year to the 11th grade student who has the highest academic average during the junior year. The recipient this year is Adrian Wing Suan Lai.
The salutatorian is that senior who has earned the second highest cumulative average at St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School. The 2020 senior earning that distinction is Jessica Len Lopez. Congratulations.
Our valedictorian each year receives the Flora Kinloch Shackelford Alumni Award. This student is the senior who has accumulated the highest average in his or her career at St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School. I am pleased to introduce the recipient, the class of 2020 valedictorian. She is Sylvie Reed Wyman. It is our tradition to have the senior class choose one of its members to deliver a reflection on the journey through the upper school. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to invite Liliana Patricia Dowling to give the farewell address. Before Liliana addresses the class of 2020, she asked us to preface her remarkable address with the fact that she recorded her speech before the events surrounding the killing of George Floyd and the protests that have followed. It is important to Liliana that you know these events are in the forefront of her heart and of her mind. She is aware of the impact they have had on so many in our community, and she stands in solidarity with her Black classmates. Liliana.
Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Liliana Dowling. I want to start off by thanking my classmates for honoring me to speak today. While cleaning out files last summer, my mom came across some old papers she had kept from her own high school days, way back in the 80s. Prehistory, right, Mr. Grigas? She handed me a sheet with notes she had taken on the consolation of philosophy, written by Boethius in the 6th century and later translated by Chaucer. Highlighted and underlined was a particular line from Chaucer's A Knight's Tale. This world is but a thoroughfare of woe, and all men are merely pilgrims passing to and fro in this valley of woe. Super dramatic, right? Dr. Klein might tell us that Chaucer and Boethius were all about worldly suffering. Yet both urged one to accept life's ills. To quote my mom's notes, in order to survive, man must learn to endure, accept, and celebrate. When I was a freshman, I could see my life perfectly unfolding before me. I would be a 4-year varsity athlete and get good grades so I would get into a good college so I would get a good job. Everything was going to be great. I imagine some of my fellow seniors may have had a similar vision for themselves. But as the cliche goes, my own high school experience did not go as planned. My athletic career ended at age 14. After my knee gave out walking out my front door, I was re-diagnosed with osteochondritis dissecans. This label really just describes a joint disorder in which cartilage and fragments of bone separate from the weight-bearing portion of my femur. I say re-diagnosed because the discovery of my condition actually occurred when I was 8, but doctors thought that I would grow out of it. I went through the 6 years between ages 8 and 14 completely pain-free, so that I even forgot the name of my disorder. I then underwent 4 surgeries in a year and a half, and I am still in physical therapy. So here's to say, I will never forget the name of my disorder again. When something traumatic happens, we typically don't forget it. The class of 2020 has faced countless adversities, seemingly more than any class in the years above or below us. We have been a trial class. That is, the administration shifted completely in our time in the upper school, and we started off our senior year with a brand new schedule. We had a lockdown alarm go off by accident. We missed our final seasons, our final performances. We missed our senior prom and those carefree spring days together in the senior lounge and CPAC courtyard. And there's no use beating around the bush. Our largest adversity, and that of the world, is that we are living in a pandemic. Though we will carry these adversities as defining characteristics of our class, and they will definitely not be forgotten, I hope when you open your yearbook in 20 years, you will happily recall, with Saints pride, that we won 2 Sleepy Thompson championships in a row. We created the first SMART team. We won states in boys and girls lacrosse last spring. We placed in district chorus and district band. We made it to Worlds in robotics not once, but twice. We committed to 25 colleges and universities to continue our athletic careers. We led affinity groups and countless clubs. We crafted a lit mag that won many first place awards. We served in Haiti, Romania, Nepal, and Panama. We took top honors at the All-City High School Art Exhibition. We edited and issued our newspaper, The Voice, and our yearbook Traditions. We competed in Quiz Bowl. We walked the Camino. We broke school records. We captained teams and starred as leads. We were 3-season athletes. We made possibly hundreds of TikToks in the senior lounge, and we dominated on the men's JV tennis team. And that only represents the objective accomplishments of our class. It excludes the subjective ones, the intangible moments that we really felt happy, excited, and proud. Those moments cannot be condensed into bullet form, and there is no way I could count for them all in a single farewell address. If you're looking back on your time in high school and thinking, well, that's not quite how I imagined it to be, well, same. To an outsider, it seems that I got what I wanted freshman year. I went through my time at Sssas, a 4-year varsity athlete / manager / captain. I worked hard, and I'm going to a school I love. But underneath the surface, my high school years were a lot messier and strayed far from my vision freshman year. I've certainly wished many times for things to be normal, for my body to be normal. But it goes beyond my knee. Perhaps like you, I am most definitely looking back on the past few months, wishing for normal. And perhaps like you, I'm still mourning what we've lost, seeing only our adversities and not our accomplishments. And in dealing with my woes, I can't say that I always applied the ostensibly simple 3-step survival plan to endure, accept, and celebrate. In all honesty, I have not always dealt with my issues the right way. Our community and the greater world look at us, the class of 2020, and tell us they are impressed by how we have handled the current times with grace. But it is okay to not be handling it with grace, because we are still enduring. Boethius or Chaucer or whoever intellectual it was never said you could conquer the woe, but just survive it. Personally, I find blaring Taylor Swift in my car and bawling on the parkway a fine way of surviving. There will come a time for acceptance, but for this moment right now, let's skip that step. My new and improved survival plan is now just 2 steps: endure and celebrate. I celebrate us, the class of 2020, for all we achieved the past 4 years. Our beautiful imperfections and the grace, or maybe lack of grace, that we will carry with us into the future. And I'll say it one last time as a student before becoming an alumna. It is, and always will be, a great day to be a saint. Thank you.
Thank you, Liliana. Beautiful speech. Now we will have the exchange of the student government gavels.
At this time, I would like to recognize Indy Clayton and Ryan Vuano, who have led the upper school through the year as SCA co-presidents. On behalf of the entire upper school community, I would like to congratulate and thank you for your time, effort, and enthusiasm this year. Indy Clayton and Ryan Vuano will now present the gavels of leadership to our incoming SCA co-presidents, Olivia Duval and Barrett Lathrop.
We are honored to hand over the gavels of leadership to Barrett and Olivia.
We know you guys are going to be fantastic leaders, and we wish you the best of luck. The school's in good hands.
We will now continue with the presentation of awards in academic departments.
The David Don Gale Scholarship Prize in Mathematics is named after a graduate from our school in the class of 1960 named Mr. David Donald Gale. While at school here, he excelled in math and later attended MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The award was established in his memory in 1972 by his parents, General and Mrs. Gordon D. Gale. It is awarded to the 3 members of the junior class who have achieved special distinction in mathematics. We encourage each of you to realize the importance of mathematics and to strive to do your best in this field. The 3 outstanding juniors in mathematics are Adrian Wing Shui Lai, Michael Thompson Hines, and John Hobgood Fontham Jr. Congratulations to all 3. Thank you.
The John Morrow Stanton Memorial Athletic Award, a lithograph of the upper school campus, was established in memory of John Stanton, a member of the class of 1981. It is presented to a member of the junior class for excellence in athletics achieved through dedication, leadership, and character. The award is given this year to Shamani Marie Chamberlain.
The Esther Carol Murphy Award for Creativity was established and endowed by Cornelius F. Murphy in memory of the grandmother of Anne Southard Murphy, class of 1986, and Cornelius F. Murphy, Jr., class of 1987. The recipient is a young woman selected by the faculty and head of school whose achievement captures the spirit of intellectual creativity. The award is given to a young woman in the 10th grade. This year's recipient is Mimi Claire Shea.
Each year, the senior class selects a member of the junior class who is most admired for individuality and enthusiasm. The junior selected this year to receive the senior class award is Barrett Allen Lathrop.
The Silver Bowl Participation Award is presented to those senior athletes who have helped make the interscholastic program strong through their participation at the varsity and JV level. An athlete must have participated in 10 of 12 seasons in order to receive this award. We present the following female athlete a Silver Bowl for 10 seasons of athletic dedication. Catherine Ann Coward. We present the following female athlete a Silver Bowl for 11 seasons of athletic dedication. Naya Mahari Cummings. We present the following female athletes Silver Bowls for 12 seasons of true passion, unwavering dedication, and excellence in athletics. Catherine Powell Avery, Alexandra Victoria McEnany, and Ashley Sloan West. Congratulations.
We present the following male athletes Silver Bowls for 10 seasons of athletic dedication. Charles Atherton Colby, Luke Alexander Fisher, Isaiah Michael Frazier, Lumumba Howard Jr., Tyler Lamont Jones, Timothy Fang Tai Keith, Benjamin Stewart Ware, David Ronan Wiseman. We present the following male athlete a Silver Bowl for 11 seasons of athletic dedication. James Reese Cunningham. Congratulations.
The Scholar Athlete Awards are presented to senior athletes who have demonstrated excellence both in athletics and academic work. The recipient of the Helene Haskin Krause Award, given in memory of the first graduate of St. Agnes School, is Ashley Sloan West. The young man chosen for the Scholar Athlete Award is Jared S. Cross.
The The Model Athlete Awards are given to the senior athletes who exhibit positive attitude, desire, and determination. The Model Athlete demonstrates an unselfish contribution to the welfare of the team and is dedicated to excellence in athletics. The Model Athlete Award for Boys is presented to Xavier Romar Lipscomb. The female recipient of this award, given in honor of Dangerfield Ashton, is Morgan Simone Holland. Congratulations.
The Outstanding Athlete Awards are given to the best overall athletes in the senior class. To be eligible, the athlete must participate in at least 2, preferably 3 varsity sports during the senior year. The recipient is chosen by the coaches based on playing ability and overall contribution to the team. The Outstanding Girl Athlete of 2020 is Naya Mahari Cummings. The Outstanding Boy Athlete of 2020 is Peter Bjorn Davidson.
The Marcia A. Way Sportsmanship Award for Girls was named in 2018 in honor of Coach Way upon her retirement after 4 decades of dedicated service to the Saints community. Coach Way served as girls athletic director, head varsity field hockey coach, and PE department chair, and coached several other sports. She modeled the qualities of true sportsmanship, that is to say, the joyful fellowship that sports create, balancing a will to win with the mutual respect of teammates and opponents and a positive attitude strengthened through hard work. The award is given to a senior girl athlete who best exemplifies these qualities on the athletic field, in the classroom, and in all school-sponsored activities. It is our great privilege to present this award to an individual who demonstrates the sportsmanship which Coach Way epitomized every day in our Saints community. Coach Way will now present the prize for the Sportsmanship Award for girls named in her honor.
I'm pleased to present the 2020 recipient of the Marcia A. Way Sportsmanship Award for Girls, Alexandria Victoria McEnany. Congratulations.
The Sportsmanship Award for Boys is given to the male athlete who best exemplifies the true meaning of sportsmanship in the athletic field, in the classroom, and in all school-sponsored activities. It is our great privilege to present this award to Thomas Howard Boone III.
Congratulations to all of our athletes. Here now is Dr. Carter to recognize military appointments and scholarships, followed by a message from General Barry Price, a current Saints parent and a member of our Board of Governors. Dr. Carter.
The world into which our seniors are graduating is filled with both opportunities and challenges. Now more than ever, there's a tremendous need to serve the greater good. The St. Stephen's and St. Agnes community has reached out to help others here in Alexandria and around the world. There are those among us who have heard the call to serve their country through military service. It is therefore with great privilege and honor that we are able to recognize 4 of our graduating seniors who have chosen to pursue military training. Lacey Bartholomew has received an appointment to the United States Military Academy. Chase Beasley will be attending the United States Air Force Academy Preparatory School in Colorado Springs, Colorado, prior to his appointment to the Air Force Academy in 2021. Jared Cross has received an appointment to the United States Military Academy at West Point. Tyler Jones will be attending the United States Naval Academy Preparatory School in Newport, Rhode Island, prior to his appointment to the United States Coast Guard Academy in 2021. Please join me in congratulating these saints and wishing them well in the coming weeks as they report to their institutions.
Greetings. I'm Major General Barry Price, U.S. Army, retired. Lacey, Chase, Jarrett, and Tyler. High school graduation is but one of many rites of passage that awaits you. Your decision to attend a service academy truly sets you apart from the masses. How, you might ask? First, I tell you that admissions standards at our service academies are far more stringent than any other college or university, as they employ what's known as the whole candidate score, which means that you must not only be smart and test well, but you must also be great citizens, have been active in your community, and you must exhibit tremendous promise for leadership in the future. Second, attendance at service academies answers a call towards higher ideals. It reinforces the values, mores, and norms that you embody as saints, and it will challenge you mentally, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, and physically. Finally, the academy experience will expose you to some of the best and brightest youngsters who, like yourselves, are focused on impact and making a difference. I wish you well on your journey of excellence. Our nation and the world looks forward to watching your stars as they continue to rise. Again, congratulations to you and your families.
Thank you, General Price, for those inspiring and encouraging words, and congratulations to all of our students receiving military appointments. I am now happy to present last year's recipient of the Jane Lywood Cup, Ms. Makeda Melky, to present this award.
The J. Lywood Cup Award was established by Air Force Commodore Oswald Lywood, British Royal Air Force, as a token of his appreciation for the care his daughter received at St. Agnes School during 3 years of World War II. The recipient is chosen by the faculty as a student who shows sportsmanship in the British tradition, that is, exclusive of athletic prowess. This year's recipient is Morgan Simone Holland.
Next, we have the McCondray Trophy. Last year's recipient, Ephraim Reed, will present this award.
The McCondray Trophy Award was established by Mrs. Atherton McCondray to be awarded annually to the young man or woman elected by the students of the upper school as best all-around student. This person's contribution to academic endeavors, arts, athletics, and service has earned the high praise and deep respect of fellow students. Elected by the 9th, 10th, and 11th grades, this year, that student is Alexandra Victoria McAnany.
Given by the Jack S. Howard family, the Howard Cup is awarded to the student who is chosen by student organization leaders for being outstanding in participation and enthusiasm in a range of student activities. This year, we are proud to award the cup to Ryan Scott Guano.
Mr. Peter Davidson, President of the Saints Athletics Club, is up next to present the award on behalf of the Saints Athletics Club.
The faculty has selected a young woman and a young man who, in their opinion, have made exceptional contributions to life outside the school community. For their faithful work in our community, the faculty and the Saints Athletic Club honor Vivian Kate Purser and Isaiah Michael Frazier. Congratulations, Viv and Isaiah.
Mrs. Jacqueline Bourgeois, President of the APT, will present the following award on behalf of the Association of Parents and Teachers.
The Association of Parents and Teachers of St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School has asked the faculty to select a student to be honored for her or his academic diligence. On behalf of the faculty and the APT, I am honored to present this award to Derek Troy Johnson, Jr. Congratulations!
Presenting the Carol Lastelick Award are the granddaughters of Miss Lastelick, Elizabeth Phillips, class of 2020, and Carol Phillips, class of 2018.
The Carol Lastelick Award is given each year to the senior with the most outstanding record of unselfish service to the school or community. Established by the Parent-Teacher Association of St. Agnes School, the award is given in loving memory of an active and faithful volunteer who gave untiring service to both St. Agnes and St. Stephen's schools. This year's recipient, the student who has exhibited the same dedication, is Catherine Ann Coward.
In consultation with the faculty, I am honored to present St. Stephen's and St. Agnes medals to students who have given extraordinary service to the school or who have achieved notable distinction in the larger community. This year's recipients are as follows. Just as she has distinguished herself as an outstanding scholar, she has also dedicated herself to the Saints community. As a peer leader, member of HDB, founder of the Happy Club in support of Operation Smile, a committed student athlete, and a highly valued member of the admission ambassador team, it is clear that she has been an outstanding role model to her peers and that she's earned the deep respect of the faculty. The medal is awarded to Liliana Patricia Dowling. Only entering our school in the 10th grade, this next medal recipient quickly emerged as a leader. In the classroom, he's naturally inquisitive, connecting his interests with the themes of the subject and applying them to his life. He is a leader on both our baseball and football teams, and his well-executed ceramic artworks grace the halls of the upper school. It is through his broad-reaching leadership in our community where he really shines. I'm honored to give this medal to Thomas Howard Boone III. A marvel of balance, this recipient is a serious student who does not take herself so seriously. Having been a peer leader, an admission ambassador, a member of our honor and disciplinary board, and assistant with costumes for Stage 1 musicals, these are just a few of the many contributions to our upper school community. This student combines her compassion for children with a strong sense for social justice. This medal is given to Sylvie Reed Wyman. With an extraordinary capacity for making connections with peers and adults alike, this young man has been elected class president each and every year. He has served as a peer leader, a dedicated volunteer in the community, and a committed student athlete with great leadership on the baseball team. Compassionate, mature, and hardworking, this next medal is awarded to Timothy Fong T. Keefe. This next recipient has an unparalleled devotion to the performing arts. As the lead keyboardist for Advanced Jazz Ensemble, Arts Council representative to our SCA, co-president of the Stage 1 Players, and as an actor in every fall play and winter musical. She's a young person who strives to make the personal connection, and as the current president of our GSA, is a model of diversity and inclusion. Creative, astute, and authentic, it is my pleasure to give this medal to Julianne Quinn Newman. This recipient is a model of honor, integrity, and empathy. He is a compassionate and sought-out leader, embodying a wise soul and a willingness to share his authentic voice. As an admission ambassador, a 4-year member of the varsity swim and dive team, a representative of the SCA since sophomore year, his multiple contributions have brought much to the life of our school. This medal goes to Ryan Scott Vano. This next medal recipient has distinguished herself in all aspects of school life. Whether as a member of the Advanced Wind Ensemble or National Spanish Honor Society, or as a mentor in the Panda Friends program, or assisting with chapel services on our vestry team, or for her prowess on the softball diamond, this student leads by example. In her senior year, her leadership has fully come to fruition. I am happy to award this medal to Indy Sinclair Clayton. The next recipient is energetic, caring, and charismatic. He was selected as the communications chair for the Admissions Ambassadors Executive Board and is a two-sport athlete where he served as captain, a nod to his natural leadership. With a heartfelt full of kindness and generosity, he has worked with our Saints Action Team, and been a consistent presence in our weekly chapel services through vestry. This Saints Medal is given to Charles Jefferson Shepherdson V. Confident, motivated, and curious, the student has proven herself to be a force in the classroom and an authentic leader. While much of her time has been devoted to robotics, including her leadership of the team at the World Competition, she's also distinguished herself as a technical master, a coach to our younger saints, and a dedicated supporter of the Maddie Miracle Cancer Foundation. This Saints Medal is awarded to Abigail Elizabeth Henshaw. The next medal recipient seamlessly and gracefully leads by example in his schoolwork, attaining the much sought-after balance of being serious about and finding joy in what he studies. The same spirit is evident in his work in the art studio and on the playing field. He's been an integral member of our football, track, and basketball teams. He represented our school at the National People of Color Conference, where he's not only was an amazing representative of our institution, but he carried the experience back to our community as a discussion leader. I'm proud to award this Saints Medal to Isaiah Michael Frazier. The St. Agnes Cup is presented by the faculty and head of school to a senior girl who's demonstrated a profound commitment to the spirit and ideals of St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School, and whose exceptional contributions to the life of the school have helped make St. Stephen's and St. Agnes a vital and caring community. Whether performing with Stage 1 or at our weekly chapel services, guiding her peers as editor of The Voice, distinguishing herself as an outstanding scholar, or leading the admissions ambassadors as co-president, this young woman gives her all, always. She's a confident and natural leader whose sincerity and enthusiasm ignites participation and support from those around her. She has dedicated herself completely to St. Stephen's and St. Agnes, and I'm honored to present the St. Agnes Cup to Letitia Jacqueline Margaret Haddad. The Emmett H. Hoy Jr. Citizenship Award is presented by the faculty and head of school to the senior boy who exemplifies the highest ideals of citizenship and service. Named for the beloved headmaster of St. Stephen's, this award honors a boy who is characterized by sincerity and a supportive spirit both within the school and in the community. Always kind and considerate, and never without a smile on his face, this young man is one of our very top students inside and outside of the classroom. He's an independent worker who is not afraid to tackle challenging problems, and his work across the board is consistently excellent. A true scholar athlete, he has distinguished himself on the soccer pitch and lacrosse field. His character is firmly grounded in his faith, and he's an active member of our vestry and leads the Saint Service team. It is an honor to present the Emmett H. Hoy Jr. Citizenship Award to Peter Bjorn Davidson. Congratulations to all of our recipients. To our seniors, go out into the world and share your gifts to make the world a better place. We are proud of you, and we love you.
The Lord be with you, and also with you. This is a prayer for our community in the midst of so many unknowns. Lord, in the midst of this pandemic, help us not to be overwhelmed. In the midst of things we cannot control, help us to be patient. In the midst of things we do not understand, help us to be brave. In the midst of hardship, help us to be courageous. In the midst of our worries, help us not to be anxious. In the midst of the most vulnerable among us, help us to know how to help them. In the midst of answering children's questions, give us wisdom. In the midst of the fear of the unknown, give us the will to move forward. In the midst of things that divide us, help us to seek love. And in the midst of this St. Stephen's and St. Agnes community, wherever we might be, bring us back in safety and grace. Amen. And the blessing of God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit be amongst you now and forever. Amen.
Thank you so much for watching and for celebrating the remarkable achievements of the class of 2020. We are so excited to welcome the seniors and their families back to campus tomorrow, and a few quick reminders in advance of that program. We ask that the seniors and their family members return to campus in a single vehicle to reduce traffic congestion. We ask that seniors and their families remain in their vehicles for safety purposes. The senior gift box that will contain the St. Stephen's St. Agnes diploma, yearbook, gifts, and any awards your students may have received will be placed in the trunk of your vehicle, also for safety purposes. Decorate your car. Wear your best Saints gear. We are so excited to see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you again for watching. Have a great afternoon.